Hey friends, it's Quenby, the Grateful Queen, here on YouTube, and today's video is all about how to sell your baby clothes online. My hope that this video is super comprehensive. I'm going to tell you everything that I've learned about selling baby and kids clothes online, and my hope is that when you're done with this video, you're ready to get started. If you happen to be new to my channel, hi and welcome. I'm Quenby. I'm a part-time reseller. I sell on two platforms, eBay and Poshmark. It's a part-time gig for me, but this channel is all about online reselling and my love of, bargain shopping at yard sales and thrift stores and things. So I have a lot of vlogs where I take you along with me for that stuff. A lot of educational videos on how to sell, some mystery boxes, thrift hauls, all that stuff. So I hope that you consider joining our community here on the channel and subscribing.
Oh, you must subscribe to Grateful Queen.
Okay, so let me start with basically how I got into this whole thing of selling baby clothes, because mostly I sell men's and women's clothes online. I haven't done historically a ton of baby stuff. But during stay at home, a family reached out to me that was moving and offered to give me all their baby clothes. And I was like, sure, it's free inventory. So I needed to have like a crash course on how to sell this stuff. So the first thing I did, I was extremely thankful. Let me just say, I'm so grateful. And I am going to insert video footage in this video, you guys, just to show you the sheer quantity of clothing that I received from this family. Okay, so here's my sorting station. I still have one final load, but I just wanted to show you the absolute quantity I've been talking about with the donations. Literally, it was maybe 6 or 7 trash bags, and I've been sorting it, which I'll talk about in this video in detail, and there's just piles and piles, as tall as I am, of baby clothes. It's all such cute stuff, though. Thankful that they could give it to someone because they can't donate it to anyone during stay at home. The donation centers are closed and they didn't want to just throw it out and have it end in the landfill. And I was so thankful to get donations, even though baby clothes isn't normally what I sell. So the first thing I did was reach out to the reselling community over on Instagram. Find me there at The Grateful Queen. It's a really great resource. And I got a ton of instruction and feedback from my reselling friends, which I'm going to share with all of you in this video. I'm also going to put in footage of the processes like sorting and taking pictures that I talked to you about. Are you ready? Let's just dive right in. I'm hoping this is a really comprehensive video. I even have notes. So one of the things I did learn on my Instagram post from the reseller community is that there's tons of places that you can sell your baby clothes. I'm gonna focus online because that's what I know the most, and I sell on eBay and Poshmark, but there are other sites online like Mercari or Kidizen, which is focused on kids' clothes that you might wanna check out. There are plenty of ways to sell your baby clothes, and I think the processes that I explain will be useful to you regardless of where you choose to sell them. But just so you know, you could sell them on Mercari, Kidizen, you could sell them on Facebook Marketplace. You can sell baby clothes on Craigslist. And also some people take them to consignment stores, which we obviously can't do during stay at home, but at other times you could start organizing your baby clothes in the way I'm going to explain to you so that you could sell them at consignment stores like Once Upon a Child is the name of one. You might have different consignment stores in your area locally. There are also big consignment events. We have one where I am living in Northern California called Just Between Friends. So you can use the methods that I'm going to describe to sell in a variety of different places. And there's pretty good money in it. I have learned, I'll show you some of the things that sold really quick that are making me really excited about moving into this selling baby clothes market. So let's talk about kind of how to do it. So I was gifted all these baby clothes, bags and bags. And so the number one step that you first have to do is sorting. Sorting is extremely important to the process of selling baby clothes. Let me tell you why. What I've learned from my research and experience is that with baby clothes, I'm talking, like 314 and under, you really need to lot it up by like items, sizes, styles. That is key. The reason why is that baby clothes on their own do not sell for as much unless they're a really great brand. Let me talk to you about really great brands. Baby clothes don't sell for a lot individually unless they're a really great brand. So you might want to educate yourself about what some of those brands are, but I'll give you a few examples. Many of you know Hannah Anderson. It's extremely popular. A pair of their organic cotton pajamas retails for like $48. So you could sell a pair of Hannah Anderson pajamas individually, probably for anywhere from $10 to $20. So it might be worth it to make one listing online if you have a brand like Hannah Anderson. Another one is Mini Bowden or Baby Bowden. And this is a little dress that I got in the donations, super cute. And because it's a higher end brand, I could probably drop it for you. I'm making videos a little humbling. Anyway, I can probably sell that item for like 15 bucks on its own, or some more substantial pieces that are things like Disney. So this is from the Disney store, which is more expensive and more desirable. And this is like a little Disney. Look how cute this is. I am in the land of cute, okay? I actually enjoy sorting these baby clothes because they're all adorable. This is like a heavyweight corduroy Minnie Mouse jacket with an ear hood. Just take that in. It's so good. So things like that I'm showing you, I can probably sell on their own in the $10 to $15 range. But most of the things are going to sell in lots or bundles. So let's talk about sorting. And I'll show you some footage because I've been like in the land of sorting, okay? So you need to first sort your baby clothes. You're gonna wanna wash them. You're gonna want them to be free of stains and holes or flaws, okay? And then you're gonna lot them. I lotted mine first by size. So I put all like 0 to 3 months, which is considered newborn, in one pile, all my 12 months in another pile, 18 months in another, 24 months. Because you can sell them better in lots by size. That's one initial sorting that you can do.
Okay, so here I am in my workstation in the garage, just sorting through. I'm putting all that Disney into one pile. I got a lot of great Disney, it's so cute. And then I'm sorting other things by size. And then I eventually do go back and even things like the Disney. I have all Disney and then I sort that by size, all Baby Gap, and then I sort that by size. And then I did end up making some of these lots into styles like summer.
You can also sort by brand. So when I got these donations, I got mostly what I'll call like typical brands like Carter's, Wonder Kids, Jumping Beans, Gerber, Circo, all those kind of brands. I would call kind of like, I don't want to say lower end because they're great items, but they're not like expensive like what I just showed you, like the Mini Bowden and Disney stuff. Those are your more common brands. So you need to lot those up in order for them to be valuable to sell. My goal in this on selling on eBay and Poshmark was to make lots that I can sell for around $20 so that it's worth my time to make the listing. So I sorted by size and also by brand. I got a lot of Disney stuff. I put all that in one pile and then sorted that by size. I got a lot of Baby Gap. Example, I'll just show you the tag in case you're not familiar. Baby Gap. This is the land of cuteness that I'm in. Well, can we just look at how adorable this is? It's like a little retro flower print dress. I mean, with Baby Gap, people like it. It's expensive in the stores. So I sorted all my Baby Gap into one pile. And when I had it all in one pile, now I'm sorting it by size because I want to lot up like maybe 3 or 4 Baby Gap dresses, put them on eBay or Poshmark for $20 with shipping. If you're doing lots, be mindful of the shipping. One of the reasons I like doing this on Poshmark is that the buyer already pays $7.10 for shipping. and you can get up to 5 pounds in there. So I'm sort of hoping more of my lots sell on Posh than eBay, because then the customer gets a better deal and I get a little more money in my pocket. So pay attention to shipping. I'll get into that a little bit more later. So sorting is totally key. Sorting by size, sorting by brand. Some people choose to sort by style too. Like you could make lots of summer dresses. You could make lots of boys shorts, boys jeans, because things tend to sell a little bit better like that. My research showed me that the things that seemed to be selling well were not the enormous lots, because that's a little overwhelming, I think, for the customer sometimes, but I'm trying to put things together in kind of like outfits, like 10 or 15 Disney dresses. I can take pretty decent pictures that way. I can show the items well that way. And so that's the method that I'm choosing to use, is lots around the 10 or 15 item by size, by brand, by style. That is key. It is possible on Poshmark or eBay to sell mystery boxes where you're just selling like 5 pounds of baby clothes, but I would suggest doing that still by brand or by size or style in some way that makes it easier for your buyer to find the listing online and more confident in what they're getting. But some people are doing like 5 pound mystery box. You can do that too. So there's so many options. What I'm choosing to do and having some initial success with is lotting things up. I'm not doing the style thing. I'm doing by brand and by size. So once I got my huge pile of Disney stuff, I sorted out like lots of 18 months Disney, lots of 24 months Disney. And those are selling pretty well. So here's just an example of sorting. So this is all Disney stuff, and I've got like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and I lotted those up, and I'll show you at the end what's sold so far. A side note to this as well, you guys, with all the sorting that's really important, I'm also sorting out for items that I think I can get a little bit more for individually, regardless of brand. So for example, I got a bunch of these like holiday dresses, little girls, size 3T, holiday editions, just a beautiful dress. And I think I could sell this on its own, even though it's not a higher end brand, but because it's sort of a special item, I can list it as like a holiday dress, and I think I can probably get like $15, $20 for this on its own. Look at the little tulle trim on that. I got a bunch of these. Oh, I love when I pop down and pop back up. I bet that's fun to watch. Another little holiday dress, little girl's dress. So the sorting part, you guys, you can see how key it is to sort by brand, size, and then by style, by special item. Pull the things out that you think you could sell individually or even in lots of 2. The rest of the stuff you probably need to lot up in larger lots. Okay, let's talk just a little bit about photos. Many of the people watching this video are probably resellers, and they probably already have their photo setup dialed in, but in case you don't happen to already be an online seller and you just want to do this from home, my suggestion would be to take really clear, simple pictures, distraction-free, without a lot of competing things in the background. Just a plain white background. If you don't have a lighting kit, just take it in front of a window so your pictures are clear and visible. I'll show you here my setup. I do have a lighting kit. If you're interested in one, I have a link in my description section down below that I really love. All my tools are down there. But I have a pretty inexpensive setup here. Let me put in some footage and show that to you here. So I take pictures against a white wall, and that's just a piece of white poster board from the dollar store. So you can set up your own little lighting box if you don't have a lighting kit like I do, just in front of a window. I set this additional one up just on a large table I have in my garage. This is my sorting life. And here I just wanted to give you a visual of one of the ways I chose to sort things up by brand and size and lay it out for my first picture so that it would show up in a nice clear way for the customer so they could see what they're getting. And then I add a few more pictures of like individual pieces. I think this lot already sold. All about how I'm taking my photos. Let's just talk a little bit about shipping, because online you have to know about shipping. Like I said, on Poshmark, it's pretty easy because you can put it in any priority box and the buyer pays $7.10 for that. If you're selling on somewhere else like eBay or another online site where you're shipping it out, do pay attention to shipping. On eBay, padded, how do you say that? Let me show you. Padded flat rate envelope is your friend. So on eBay, I'm trying to get everything into these padded flat rate envelopes because they only cost me $7.55, and I find I can get like 10 or 15 little baby outfits in here. So then the buyer only has to pay, like, I charge $8 for shipping, which is pretty good if you're getting like 10 or 15 Disney baby outfits. So these are your friend. You need to order them online at USPS.com. They're free. They don't usually have them at the post office though. If you're on Poshmark, and just make sure that you weigh your lots because you get up to 5 pounds for that $7.10. And if you're selling on like Facebook Marketplace, you don't have to worry about shipping at all. So that's super easy if you like to do that sort of thing. Let me just share with you a couple of tips I learned about pricing. Again, pricing is going to depend on what brand you're having. I mean, if it's a better brand like the Disney or Gap lots, I'm going to charge a little bit more. If it's the kind of more general brands that are easy to find and not that expensive in the stores, I'm going to charge a little bit less. A good tip that I got on Instagram was to think about charging about 50 cents to $1 per item. So, 10 Carter's dresses is probably only going to get you $5 or $10 plus the buyer pays shipping on a site like eBay or Poshmark. The Disney stuff, I've sold a couple of those lots more like in the $25 range for like 10 items because it's a better brand. But again, just a tip, with the more general brands, you're going to have to do larger lots in order to make whatever your goal is. If your goal is making $10, $15, $20, $30 a bundle, make sure you put enough stuff in there. And I think that $50 to $1 per item is pretty good. So you might have to make lots of like 25 Carter's 12-month dresses and then put them in a medium flat rate box from USPS that'll cost like $13 or something. So that's kind of like a good rule of thumb for the kind of more common brands. And then you might be able to think a little bit more than 50 cents or $1 if it's a better brand. Of course, check comps, see what things are going for, but that's kind of like a good rule of thumb. And then I want to show you guys a little bit, in case you're an online seller and you're curious about how to label this stuff in your inventory, because I now have like tons of lots and they all look the same. So I came up with a little inventory system. I'll show you a picture of how I bag things and label them and talk to you a little bit about that, because I found that really helpful when dealing with like my inventory system for these baby lots.
Okay, so please excuse my garage. It's my workstation right now. And I just made up an inventory system specifically for these with the letter BB and then whatever number I'm on, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And here's another example of how I got all these 18-month clothes into one padded mailer. And so these sold. So I just want to show you how easy it is when they're clearly labeled like this. Like I just made this up, BB3, and then I labeled it with a little description because a lot of it just all looks the same. Pink baby clothes, and this one's BB1. So I just pulled these out and I'll put them in a box and get them right off.
So I've talked to you about sorting and taking pictures and pricing and shipping. Let me just show you a couple of things that have sold already. I mean, I'm just getting started on this baby lot thing, but I've sold 3 so far, which I think is really good. And they all sold within just a few days. So it's making me like inspired, like, okay, I can do this. I can make some money, and so can you, from selling these baby clothes that your child's not wearing anymore or that are really inexpensive at places like thrift stores, or if you shop at the Goodwill outlet, this could become a part of your business where you're just picking up things when you see them at a great price, or if they're a good brand or a great style or something like that. It could be another facet of your business. It certainly will be of mine because I got so much stuff. But let me end with a few things that have sold here, just so that you can see what my listing looked like, how I priced it, that whole thing. Hopefully that's helpful. So I'll put a little footage in here of that. So I wanted to come on and show you, these things sold really fast. So I sold on Poshmark these Disney lots, Disney lot 3 to 6 month. I'll just show you like how the listing kind of came out with the pictures, how I chose to do it. Like this was a lot of 3 to 6 month girls clothes. And I just took a big picture of everything and then like some individual items. So that's cool. And then this one, 0 to 3 months, newborn's harder to sell, but I took a lot of like everything together. Then some different pictures here like this. And I also sold one today on eBay. So I am like pretty exciting, you guys. This is pretty exciting to me, you guys, because it's so new and I had to really learn all about it. This is a Sesame Street lot sold for $20 plus $8 shipping. And this was 18 to 24 months, and I did again on eBay like a shot of everything. I charged $24.99 plus $8 shipping, and then I took some individual pictures of some of the stuff. When the lots are big, you can't take a picture of everything. I just try and give like a decent idea of what it is. So I'm having some success. Maybe by the time this video comes out, I will have sold more. Okay, so what do you think? What's your experience selling baby clothes? Do you think this is something that might work and be profitable for you in your business or in your life? I hope you enjoyed this video and I really hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit it. Punch it.